Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a review of my very first tier 10 that I got in World of Tanks Blitz, which was the T57 Heavy. And I love this tank. I've been playing a few battles in it recently and I forgot, because I hadn't played this tank in a while, how much I love this tank and how enjoyable it is to play. So I thought I would do a review on it. Got a couple games here in the background. We'll go over some statistics, why I love it so much. You know the whole thing. 2300 HP, so you're sitting at decent HP. It's nothing like crazy or anything. Your DPM is 3049. Penetration is 258, and you have a 400 alpha gun, of course, and your burst damage is a massive 1200. You have a magazine reload of around 18.61 seconds, and of course, 3 shells in the magazine and a 2.5 second entry clip, and you do have 8 degrees of gun depression. Now, concerning the armor profile, it's kind of a troll one. Your turret is extremely troll on this tank. Here's how it will go. You'll either get pinned very easily, or everyone will just bounce off you troll. It really depends on the game. It's not reliable. You can't rely on getting those troll bounces, because it's not going to end up well for you, because you probably won't get them all the time. But some games you do, and you're just like, wow, this is really nice, because you just bounce everything off your turret. And I have had some troll shots shooting the T57 Heavy. Mostly its turret is troll, hull is a little troll as well, but it's mostly just the turret. So you can't really rely on the armor profile, but it can be very nice at some times. Now, concerning the gun, I mean, it's very accurate, as you can see. Very good burst damage, of course, 1200. It's just your kind of standard autoloader, similar to the 50B. Now, I don't have the 50B, but currently, from what I've seen, I do like this tank more, just because it has a more troll armor profile, I would say. It's probably just because I don't have the 50B, and I'm biased because I had this as my first tier 10. But this one I really do enjoy, and I'd say this one is better for newer players because it does have the more troll armor. 50B has a little bit better mobility, so if you're more of a experienced player, maybe go for the 50B. If you're more of a newer player, 57 Heavy is probably going to be better for you. But it's really whichever one you want to go for, you can go for that one, and it's going to work out fine. They're both fantastic tier 10s. Both have amazing guns. They're good tanks, so it really does not matter which one you go for. But personally, I would go for the 57 Heavy. Now, why I like this tank so much is just because the fact of the 1200 burst damage is just so fun to poke out, and in 5 seconds, deal 1200 damage. I mean, that's just crazy. And then you pull back, you wait, and you do it again, and you're already up to 2.5k damage. I mean, it's kind of crazy how good it can be sometimes. I mean, stuff like this is so nice. You just pull around, kill a tank, and you do another 800 damage into the back of an E100. I mean, I just popped out tons of damage right there in 5 seconds, and that's why I enjoy this tank so much. As well, it's just a pretty mobile heavy, which I always enjoy mobile heavies. They're fun to play because you feel more like a medium, and you can do medium tank things, but you have heavy statistics, which is pretty handy. If you go medium side, you can absolutely decimate enemy mediums, and that's really what something like the T57 Heavy is good at. Or you can go heavy side and just decimate a heavy from the side, kind of on a flank of a heavy side. That also works very good. I mean, the tank is very good all around, as long as you just get all 3 shells in and you go back. So you can take 1 shell back, maybe 400 damage, and you can deal 1200 back, which, if you do that every time for traits, you're always going to come out on top, and you're pretty much always going to defeat that tank if they don't push you. Of course, you do have to be wary when you are on your 19-second long reload, because, you know, it's pretty long. So it is nice to have a few teammates with you just while you're on that reload, but you can go solo sometimes, and it will still work out fine. As well, since it does have 8 degrees of gun depression, you can actually go hold down, and if you wiggle your turret, I mean, look how troll it is right there. That happens pretty often, to be honest. You'll get those troll bounces like that, just because the way the turret is shaped, it's very troll. Now, that pattern just got absolutely wrecked right there, and this is what I'm talking about. I got my damage out, unfortunately did bounce that last shell, and now I'm just sitting here reloading, and in 5 seconds, I'll be able to pump out another 1200. And it's just really enjoyable to do, because it's almost like a relaxing play style. You can just kind of sit back, relax. You pop out, do your damage, then you go back, sit back and relax. It's kind of like a laid-back play style, you could say. And it's pretty enjoyable to play because you don't have to be super stressed out like, oh no, I gotta pin this shot or I'm gonna, or whatever like that, because you're, rushing around the battlefield in like a light or a medium or an armored heavy where you're face hugging, and you really can't afford to do too many mistakes. That's not what the T57 Heavy is like. You pull out, you do your shells, you pull back, and it's kind of a nice break from other types of tanks. Another troll shot right there. So that's kind of why I enjoy playing the tank so much. And as you can see, just look at that clip. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic as well. Fortunately, that HE didn't pin. One thing you do have to watch about on the T57 Heavy is you can be HE'd in the sides and the rear by those high caliber guns, and lower ones can only HE your rear generally. But you can be HE'd in the side, which is kind of annoying sometimes. You just got to make sure you don't go face, flat towards a 152, and you will pretty much be fine. So this was another nice game here, and that's why I enjoyed the T57 so much. I think it's just the playstyle is nice and relaxing. It's an accurate tank, massive damage, mobile, decent armor. It's just all around a fun tank to play. So I would recommend this for anyone out there probably. I wouldn't go for it for your first heavy though, or your first tier 10 though, because it is an autoloader. You want to probably go more generic heavy for your first tank. I didn't though, and it worked out fine though. So I mean, it's not a must, but I would recommend that. So yeah, that's the T57 Heavy, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.